Dr. Farooq Abdullah, Honorable Minister of New and Renewable Energy, Government of India. Mr. Daniel Poneman, Acting Secretary of Energy, United States Department of Energy. Dr. R.K. Pachauri, President, TERI, North America. Dr. Richard Levin, President, Yale University. Friends, ladies and gentlemen. It's a great honor and privilege for me to be present here at the inaugural session of the U.S. India Energy Partnership Summit 2013, and I'm grateful to the organizers of this event, TERI North America, and to Yale University, and their presidents, Dr. Pachauri and Dr. Levin, for having invited me to deliver this special address. TERI North America has been at the forefront of collaboration between India and the United States in the areas of energy, climate change, and the environment. And the U.S. India Energy Partnership Summits, thus organized, of which this is the fourth, have now emerged as an important forum for bringing together the academia, governmental and intergovernmental organizations, non-governmental organizations, and businesses in collaborating to find solutions to the global energy problems and map pathways to sustainable development. I have been witness over the last 4 years at least, from the time I was Foreign Secretary to the Government of India and then as Ambassador of India to the United States, at the very impressive and tangible growth of collaboration and cooperation in the field of energy between India and the United States. Indeed, this cooperation and this dialogue constitutes a very important and crucial pillar of our strategic dialogue. The energy dialogues held at the intergovernmental level between India and the United States have focused in, I would say, a laser-like way on the need to strengthen energy security and to promote sustainable and environmentally friendly development through the research, through the innovation, through the collaboration that our two countries undertake in the field of energy. And why is this important? We're all agreed that energy security is important for the livelihoods of our people and to promote faster, more sustainable economic development in both our countries. But for a country like India, a country of 1.2 billion people, energy security is really a question of life, of survival, and of building a brighter, more illuminated future for ourselves. Yesterday, when I was here at the evening session, when we brought in the lanterns, the solar lanterns, to light this very room, I spoke of how light is more than just illumination. For us, it is also empowerment. It makes a difference to the lives of the underserved sections of our population who deserve and who have rising expectations about the India of the future. India today is a very aspirational country, and our people, the millions of them who have not had access to energy, to commercially viable energy, to commercially, economically priced energy in the past, demand that brighter future. And when we speak today about increasing energy efficiency in India and enabling faster and more sustainable economic growth as a result, we are essentially focusing on reducing our dependence on conventional fossil fuels and increasing our access to non-conventional, renewable, greener sources of energy. And that is where the collaboration between India and the United States is of such crucial importance. The energy dialogue between our two countries focuses on these very crucial areas. It focuses on second-generation biofuels, for instance, the use of solar energy, energy efficiency for buildings, all very critical areas as the transformation of India's geographical landscape takes place today. Today, 65% of our people live in the rural areas, but there is going to be a historic and almost epic shift of our population over the next decade, decade and a half, to the megacities of India and to the new urban settlements that will definitely come up over the next few years. And that is a question of building infrastructure. It rides on the vertebrae of infrastructure. Better infrastructure, not only in terms of roads and ports and airports and bridges, but also in terms of energy infrastructure. The message I read out to you from the Honorable Prime Minister of India, Dr. Manmohan Singh, spoke about the targets that we have to increase renewable energy capacity from 25,000 megawatts in 2012 to 55,000 megawatts in 2017. The message speaks about the role that the National Solar Mission will play in this context and how we want to increase the installed capacity of solar energy and wind energy. The National Mission for Enhanced Energy Efficiency is looking at these aspects. And so this is all tied up with the future of India. And that is why it is so essential and crucial that we succeed in this mission. The potential for collaboration between India and the United States in the area of clean energy development is obviously immense. There are regular exchanges between our two countries in multiple sectors of this particular subject that we are focused on today. The energy dialogue, for instance, focuses on our collaboration in oil and gas. It focuses on power and energy efficiency. It looks at coal use and also at non-conventional and renewable sources of energy. The last high-level energy dialogue held in September last year saw some important advances taking place in some of these areas. One of the most significant of these is the development of a virtual joint clean energy research and development center, under which 3 consortia led by prominent research institutions in India and here in the United States have taken up collaborative research in the fields that I just mentioned earlier: advanced biofuels, energy efficient buildings, and solar panels. These research projects, you will all agree, hold huge potential to provide energy efficient solutions in a manner that is viable and cost competitive with conventional sources of energy. Now, when I look ahead, what do I see? And I'm very optimistic, and I've always been, about the value, the content, the substance of the strategic partnership between India and the United States. I often speak of this subject with some missionary zeal, especially when I hear people talk about the relationship plateauing or, not moving forward. And as a practitioner, as somebody who is in the trenches day after day, I know for a fact that so much progress is being made in the relationship, and that the comfort level, the manner in which we deal with each other, the confidence, the trust with which we engage in our dialogue with each other is so perceptible and has made such a huge difference when it comes to our relationship. So I see, as far as energy is concerned, our two countries even developing a joint strategy for clean energy development. What would be the benefits of such a strategy? I think it would enable us to bring together our scientific and technological expertise in both countries to ensure a competitive edge for technologies that we develop as a result. And that would have markets not only in India, but also in the United States and the rest of the world as well. Many such opportunities also exist in manufacture. And I'd like to stress that because the growth of India's manufacturing sector is vital for livelihoods of a vast majority of our population. When we speak of the 221 million children in school today in India, and the fact that over the next decade, they will be entering the job market and they will need to be skilled and they will need to find jobs, I think we're all agreed, in the manufacturing sector above everything else, although services will also grow and there will be, I hope, opportunities for many more things that they can do. But the manufacturing of new technologies in India, to make them commercially viable at low cost, obviously India is the place that you need to look at. And therefore, in the field of energy also, manufacturing new technologies in India to serve markets, not only in my country, but also in the United States and other countries in the world, we should be looking at very seriously. I'd also like to turn to another facet of the theme of this summit, which is stimulating technology, trade, and development. Energy trade is of strategic interest on both sides, both in India and the United States, and should be prioritized accordingly. Its elements, and I've spoken about this quite frequently in the last few weeks, should include export of U.S. natural gas and other fossil fuels to India. In this context, I wish to emphasize the high importance that we attach, both at the governmental and private sector levels, to the opening up of the export of shale gas from the United States to India. We are intently looking forward to the U.S. Department of Energy approving a few of the 19 applications which are pending for the export of U.S. natural gas to countries with which the United States does not, as yet, have a free trade agreement. As I've said recently, this is a win-win proposition for both sides. The Indian market is expected to grow rapidly. Therefore, a stable trade arrangement in this particular sector would be to the benefit of both countries, ensuring energy security for India and stable export revenues for the United States, along with, and let me emphasize this as an international affairs practitioner, geopolitical gains vis-a-vis our relations with allies and partners across the world. With these words, I would like to once again compliment TERI North America and Yale University in having organized the 4th round of the Energy Summit, and I'd like to place on record my sincere good wishes for its continued success.